So next up is Annie, and she's gonna show us a bit of her latest devlog and the process behind making it.
Thank you. So yeah, exactly. I'm gonna show you the second devlog that I made. I just want to play you 2 minutes of it, basically the introduction, so you can get a feel for what it is about. It's like the thumbnail said, about learning how to code in the Indie Quest, the school that we started here at Spelkollektivet, and I participated in the first 8 weeks. Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me for the second devlog of my game Paradigm Shift, an interactive history of humankind. Shortly after I made the decision to work on my game Paradigm Shift, I discovered a place in Sweden called Spelkollektivet, a co-working and co-living house for game developers. I knew that working on the game as a solo developer is exactly what I wanted. What I did not want was to sit in a room alone for all of that development time. So I packed my things and moved from Darmstadt, Germany, to a small village in the south of Sweden called Väckelsång. The village has around 900 inhabitants, one small grocery store, and a lot of beautiful nature all around. On average, we have around 25 to 30 game developers from all over the world in the house. Everyone has their own living space, but we share public rooms like the dining hall and our offices. I've been here now for 1.5 years, and I still love this place and all the wonderful people in it. During all of that, I still had to balance my time between making my game, learning all the skills related to game development, and working on some side jobs to cover all of my expenses. And this place really helped me and is still helping me to find this balance, mostly because it helps me to keep my expenses low, but also because I have support from so many great game developers around this house. Yeah, I'm super grateful for that. One of these side jobs was to create a logo for the school that is opening up here at Spelkollektivet, the Indie Quest. It is a 1-year education that is providing everyone participating with the basic skills in programming, art and business. The basic concepts of programming would be covered in the first 8 weeks of the program, and all the people in the house would get free access to the whole thing. So why am I telling you this? Because I decided to join the programming part of the Indie Quest, at least for the first 8 weeks. Most of my programming knowledge I really gathered by watching YouTube tutorials, and that got me quite far already, but I realized that this school is a really great opportunity to get a good foundation and to fill in some of my knowledge gaps. So it was decided, and for the rest of the video I will walk you through my experience going through these first 8 weeks of the school and how I afterwards applied my newfound knowledge to improve my game. Yeah, so that's the beginning of the vlog, and it has 13 minutes in total, and yeah, I wanted to also talk a little bit about the process of how I'm making the vlog. So the way I develop these vlogs is that I start with some sort of story or some sort of milestone that I want to make the vlog about. In this case, it was the school. I knew that this is going to be like the next months of my life. This is like the next big chunk, and so I basically start with a script and start already out planning out a structure of a story that I could tell, which is basically like a setup, conflict, and then a release. Setup would be, hey, I moved to Spelkollektivet and I'm part of the Indie Quest, and the conflict is learning to code itself, and then the release is how I applied that to my game. So I had that in mind from the beginning, and yeah, while I was in the Indie Quest, I was always making, not always, but on the side, I was making some B-roll and record my screen, so that after I was done with the Indie Quest and done with the architecture of my game, I would just be able to, yeah, I would already have like a library of videos that I can then put together. And the script that I'm writing, I basically like write out the whole script. And I then decide which of the parts I want to speak to the camera to, and which of the parts I want to do as a voiceover. And that's often like dependent on, do I have good video material for that, or is it more of an internal monologue, like the decision-making process, for example? Then I take some time to like voice record all of the aspects that I do want to voice over, and then I have one day or half a day where I just take some takes to talk to the camera, which is interesting to do. I haven't done it often before yet, but it's fun. And if I have all of that, I go into Blender, which you can see here, and put all the aspects together, like put all the puzzle pieces together so that it fits. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit like doing a puzzle, like because it's like becoming this finished image. Yeah, after that, I render the thing and I put it on YouTube and I make a thumbnail. I tested out several thumbnails. This is the first one that I tried, and then I asked some people for feedback. I just experimented a little bit. I thought I would like having my room shown in the background. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's nice, but everyone else liked the one where I'm just cut out more. So I went for that one again, and just tweaking a lot and kind of trying things out to make just to make the composition right, to make the text big enough so that it can be seen in the recommended videos on the side of the YouTube bar. And just trying to make it interesting but not clickbaity, so that it's what is standing on the thumbnail is actually what's in the video. Then I do subtitles for my German friends that are not able to speak English, because partly I make this video also to let my family be part of the life that I'm living here. These are the statistics that I just screenshotted before here. It's kind of fun to then watch what the people are doing with it and what is happening. So it has 133 views and 10 hours of watch time apparently in total, which is weird. But the actually interesting thing is this one more. I was getting to know a little bit of YouTube, and apparently what's important is you get impressions, so like you get your videos suggested on people's home feed, and then some of them click on them and some of them do not, and that's basically your click-through rate. You can see that here. They also tell you how many minutes of watch time there is on average. So at the moment I have like a 9% click-through rate, and people watch on average like 5 minutes of the video, which is apparently not bad, but it's still like you're only watching 5 minutes of my 13 minutes. But it makes a lot of sense, and I watch videos the same way. So it shows here where do the people come from. Most of them come from the feeds that I posted on, of course. I also made some new models for my game. This is the Norte Chico pyramids and the Great Bath. And I really like them, so that's I model them in Blender, and then I make a high poly and texture them in Substance Painter and bring them all together in Unity again. And I really like how they turned out. But I think that's the whole process. Are there any questions?
Do you model them like with a curve, or is it just the camera that's making them look distorted and curved?
No, I actually put a modifier on them so that they are curved.
Yes, Arthur.
Do you have a social media strategy?
Post on as many platforms as you can. Well, my main focus is going to be YouTube and Reddit, but I post also on Twitter. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm kind of seeing this as a long-term goal, where I want to like slowly build awareness that I exist and that I'm making games. I don't expect there to be something that's going to blow up overnight. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on continuing, keep on making these vlogs. If there's, as soon as there is more visual content of my game, I will make GIFs of that and post these. Yeah, so that's it. No black magic. Thank you.